Hello everyone. Welcome back and thank you so much for joining me for another recipe. Today we are going to make caramel apple mini pies. These little pies are so fun to make and they're actually not that labor intensive, and of course they are delicious. So let's go ahead and get into the recipe. To make this you will need cinnamon, sugar, apples, lemon juice, and flour for the filling. And then for the dough, you're going to need flour, butter, sour cream, salt, and baking powder. First things first, you'll want to go ahead and make the caramel if you are making it homemade. I'm not going to go into full details about how to make caramel because I do have the instructions listed on the blog post, but this is going to be your first step. Next, you can go ahead and peel and chop your apples. Make sure that the apples are chopped in tiny pieces. These caramel apple hand pies are very small, so you want to make sure the apple pieces are really small as well. Once that's complete, you can go ahead and add your lemon juice, cinnamon, sugar, and flour to the apples and give it a nice stir. Once everything is incorporated, these apples are ready to go. Now on to the dough. To begin this dough, you'll want to add the flour and the other dry ingredients into a food processor, give it a nice little pulse, and then go in with the cold butter. Make sure you pulse the dry ingredients with the butter together until it resembles wet sand, just like you see here. After that, you can go ahead and add in the sour cream and pulse again until the dough forms a ball and can be easily manipulated. Just make sure your surface is floured well as the rolling pin. You'll want to make sure the dough is rolled out pretty thin, and then you can go in and use a cup or anything that has an even diameter to cut some circles. I'm actually using a biscuit cutter here, but you can use whatever you have on hand. Okay, the final step is to spoon a small amount of apples on top of each dough round, and then go in and spoon a little bit of caramel on top of each pie before topping it with a second layer of dough. You'll want to make sure you press really firmly here before going in with a fork, and then use a sharp knife to cut some slits in the top just to let all the extra air out. Lastly, give each pie a little egg wash so they can be nice and golden brown, and then you'll bake these in the oven. These pies are so amazing, tender and flaky, filled with just the right amount of caramel. And if you eat them hot out of the oven, you're in for a real treat. Enjoy everyone! Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time! I'm on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook. Find me, follow me, and stay up to date on all my latest posts. Thanks for watching!